Good morning, students. Welcome to DSS online classes. My dear students, earlier you have studied about the force experienced by the charged particle placed in magnetic field. In this lecture, we are going to study about the force on a conductor placed in magnetic field. Okay, my dear students. Earlier, you know that the force experienced by the charge was QVB sine theta. The force depends on magnitude of charge, velocity, magnetic field, as well as orientation between the velocity and magnetic field. Theta is also responsible for force. For conductor, we have to find out the force. So suppose a conductor is placed, in the magnetic field carrying current I. My dear students, current and a magnetic field both are perpendicular to each other, so we can write sin theta is equals to sin 90 and that is equals to 1. So the formula QVB sin theta can be written as QVB. Okay, because sin 90 is 1. We already set that conductor in such a way that magnetic field and conductor and the current both are perpendicular to each other. Now, my dear students, here for very small force, we can write small charge dq, and at place of velocity, suppose the length of this conductor is L, considering the area, the current element dl divided by dt into b. We can rewrite this formula or this thing as, for a small force df, charge will be very small dq. At the place of velocity, we can write it as distance traveled per unit time, and magnetic field will remain same. See here, students, the direction of magnetic field is inwards. Now, this whole term can be rewritten as dq divided by dt into dl into b. My dear students, what is this term? This term is current into dl into b. We can write in this format. Okay. Now, moving on, for extracting out the force, integrate both the sides, so it would become force. I and B are constants here. We can extract I and B from the integration, and the integration of dl would be L. So the force experienced by a conductor placed in magnetic field is I into L into B. If we want to write it in a vector form, we can write it as F is equals to I into L cross B. Okay, my dear students, and the magnitude of I L cross B you already know, ILB sin theta. So this is the force experienced by a current carrying conductor placed in magnetic field. Earlier I wrote sin 90 is equals to 1 because the direction of current is upward and the direction of magnetic field is perpendicularly inwards, so the angle between them was 90 degree. So for a condition, I wrote sin 90 is 1. But if we extract out the force, it comes out to be ILB sin theta, and in vector form it is written as I into L cross B. Okay, my dear students, now we will move to our next topic, that is force experienced by two parallel conductors placed in magnetic field. My dear students, now we will discuss about the force on two parallel conductors carrying current. Suppose this conductor is A, this conductor is B. They are infinitely long. Infinitely long means they are too long as compared to this plane in which these wires are drawn. Suppose we are considering L length of these both the conductors, consider the length is L. For this also L. Okay. So, my dear students, the current flowing in A is I1, in B is I2. Both are in same direction. In first conductor, the current is in upward direction. Direction of magnetic field will be in the form of concentric circles. We can draw it as so here, my dear students, the direction of magnetic field to this conductor is inwards. See, this is the direction of magnetic field. This is the direction of magnetic field in the form of concentric circles. So for this conductor, here the direction of magnetic field is inwards, like this. Current moving is I2. So we can derive a formula, that is force on the second conductor due to first, because this conductor will experience force because of magnetic field of conductor A. So F21 will be ILB sin theta. Okay, ILB sin theta. Current in the second wire is I2, length is L. We have to write the formula for magnetic field. Before writing the formula for magnetic field, consider this is the conductor. Current is flowing in upward direction and magnetic field is perpendicular to it. So sin theta will become sin 90 and the value becomes 1 for sin theta. Now, the magnitude of magnetic field B. You know, for a straight conductor, we can write it mu 0 I by 2 pi r. The formula for magnetic field due to a straight wire carrying current, mu 0 I by 2 pi r. Suppose the separation between them is r. Okay, my dear student, write this formula at place of B. We can rewrite it as mu naught I upon 2 pi r. Mu naught I. This magnetic field is due to which conductor carrying current? The current in this conductor is I1. So we will write it as I1. We can write the force on the second conductor due to first as mu naught by 2 pi I1 I2 into L by R. Okay, my dear student, at some places it is written as force per unit length at the place of force. So somewhere it is also written as force per unit length as mu naught I1 I2 by 2 pi r. This formula can be rewritten as mu naught I1 I2 upon 2 pi r. Which force is this? This force is on second conductor due to first. Similarly, we can write force on conductor 1 due to conductor 2 per unit length. If you want to write it in terms of force per unit length, you will write in this form. If you want to write the force on the conductor simply, you can write in this way. Both are same, but mostly it is written in the form of force per unit length. So, mu naught I1 I2 by 2 pi r. For the second conductor, it is similar to the first conductor. So the force on first conductor and force on second conductor both comes out to be exactly same. You can derive it also. For this conductor, the magnetic field will be outward. So here, for this conductor, magnetic field will be outwards. So here, the magnetic field will be outward. Outward conductor. Angle between them is 90 degrees. Sin theta becomes 1. And at place of ILB, length is same. We will, if you want to write the value of magnetic field B, it also comes to be mu naught I by 2 pi r, and the result will be similar. So this is the force on parallel conductors carrying conductors. Both are same. Now we can discuss about its direction. हमने बात तो कर ली कि मैग्नीट्यूड कैसे निकलेगा, पर हम लोग डायरेक्शन की भी बात कर सकते हैं, बिल्कुल कर सकते हैं बच्चों. Look here, in I2, if you apply Fleming's left hand rule, the direction of current is in upward. The direction of current is upward. The magnetic field is perpendicularly inward. So the direction of force is here. Okay? Direction is towards the conductor A. Similarly, if we apply Fleming's left hand rule for the conductor 1, the direction of magnetic field is outward, the direction of current is upward, the direction of force is towards conductor B. This is the direction of force for the conductor A. This is the direction of force for the conductor B. What can you see? Both are attracting each other. So, for the two parallel wires, if the current is in same direction, the force will be attractive. Yeah, the nature of force is attraction. And if in two parallel conductors, the direction of current is anti-clockwise or opposite to each other, they will repel each other. Okay, my dear students? This is all about the force on parallel conductors carrying current. This is the magnitude of force, and from Fleming's left hand rule, you can determine the direction of force on parallel conductors carrying current. Okay, my dear students, this is all about force. In next class, we will study next things in detail. Thank you.